In India, a woman's hair is, well, it's never just hair, is it? It's a story, it's a symbol, and it's a standard. Today, we're going to try and unravel why long hair, specifically, holds such a powerful place in the cultural imagination.
And look, this goes way beyond just fashion. We see it absolutely everywhere, from ancient myths all the way to the latest Bollywood blockbusters. A woman's long hair is just loaded with meaning. So the question is, what does it all really mean? And why does it matter so much?
Well, the story of this obsession isn't some simple single thread. It's more like a really complex braid, twisting together pop culture, ancient symbolism, and modern social pressures. So let's go ahead and pull on each of those strands to see what we find.
Okay, so where does this whole ideal even come from? Let's start with the most visible influence out there. Pop culture. It's kind of like the engine that packages this one standard of beauty and then just broadcasts it to millions every single day. I mean, just think about what we see on screen. In countless Bollywood songs, the heroine's long, flowing hair is practically a central character. In TV dramas, it's used to signify virtue. And in pretty much every commercial break, you've got ads for shampoos and oils promising that exact same ideal. It creates this unspoken rule. To be beautiful, to be desirable, you need long hair. And this ideal goes way beyond just looks. The message we're constantly hearing is that long, thick hair is the center of romance. That's a really powerful idea, isn't it? It's tying a hairstyle directly to your chances at love. It suggests that this isn't just an aesthetic choice, but it's almost like a prerequisite for a happy life. And all that constant messaging, well, it sinks in. For so many women, their sense of beauty becomes directly tied to the length of their hair. It's a connection that's been forged over a lifetime of seeing one single ideal celebrated over and over and over again. But here's the thing. Cinema didn't just invent this ideal out of thin air. Nope. It tapped into something much, much older. To really understand it, we have to dig deeper and look at the cultural symbols that are rooted in mythology, which have been shaping these ideas for centuries. In this context, hair is rarely just hair. It's more like a language. The way a woman wears her hair, and this is key, particularly whether it's neatly tied or left untied, is seen as a direct message about her inner character. And this symbolism creates this fascinating duality. On one side, you have wild, untied hair. This is the look of powerful, even dangerous figures, like the goddess Durga in her warrior form, or the demoness Shurpanakha. On the other side, you've got neatly tied, combed hair, which is associated with goddesses like Lakshmi and Sita, the cultural paragons of grace and ideal womanhood. So what this symbolism really boils down to is a kind of public declaration. Untied hair can signal a wild, untamable nature, but tied hair, that signals composure, control, and an acceptance of a more traditional domestic role. All right, so let's bring these ancient symbols and pop culture ideals right into the present day. How does all of this actually play out in social interactions and the judgments women face? And that judgment can be immediate. A woman with short hair is often called modern or bold, but that compliment can be a bit double-edged, sometimes implying that she's less kurelu, or, less domestic and family-oriented. Long hair, on the other hand, instantly aligns with that traditional ideal, signaling she's a good, suitable partner. And this isn't just some vague social pressure. It's often a very direct warning, sometimes from a girl's own mother. No one will marry you if you cut your hair. And just like that, a simple haircut stops being a personal choice. It becomes this huge decision that could supposedly impact her entire future. This kind of pressure is so common. A woman gets a new short haircut, and instead of a simple compliment, she's often met with gasps, with these almost horrified questions like, "What have you done? How could you cut such beautiful hair?" The implication is crystal clear. She's just thrown away something incredibly valuable. So as times are changing, are these rules changing too? And maybe more importantly, do these rules apply to everyone? This is where we run smack into a really clear double standard. The contrast is pretty stark. A woman with long hair is praised. She's seen as embracing her femininity and upholding a cultural ideal. But a man with long hair, he's often criticized, told he's breaking the rules or that he looks like a girl. It's the exact same hairstyle, but it's judged in completely opposite ways. And that, right there, is the final piece of this puzzle. Long hair on a man might be a fashion statement, a sign of rebellion. But for a woman, short hair often struggles to get that same kind of mainstream acceptance. The cultural gravity of the long hair ideal for women is still incredibly powerful. So this leaves us with one final question. As women continue to define their own identities and challenge these old norms, is it maybe time to finally untangle character from hairstyle? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.